welcome back everyone. This is Julie with Craft with Julie, and I'm excited to show you how to create the second layout. This is like, I love this circle and all the fun stickers on the first one, but this one, for some reason, these banners, oh, that one needs to be glued a little bit better. These banners just make me so happy. So let's grab our supplies that we cut beforehand. Okay. This one's pretty simple. Probably the hardest part is that we'll need to cut some of these banners, and then we're going to color them, and but that's the fun part, right? The adding all the fun little elements. So you should have two. Let me put these off to the side. This Celebrate zip strip, and then this pink, and the dot. You should have two of those, and then let me see, this blue, these squares, and I'm trying to remember where they all go. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so that is for the second page. So this first page, let me grab the green for over there. This first page, you'll have the same two zip strips, some paper for the banners we're going to cut, and the photo mats and the dots. Okay, so I think we've got everything. My brain is starting to slow down. I don't know, has that happened to you after a little while, after you've been crafting, your brain kind of stops thinking straight? Okay, so what we need is our thin cut. So you want to grab your die cutting machine, your thin cuts that came in your stamp, and there are two banners in here. And we're going to cut both of them at the same time. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of the polka dots. So we're going to fold that in half, and we'll cut 2 of those. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to cut this one twice. So fold that in half. Okay, so hopefully that made sense, but we will do it together. So grab your machine and your plates. Okay. So we're going to just have to run this through 3 different times for all the different banners we need. So I'm going to run this through. And I love that little trick Close My Heart shared, that you just fold it in half and you can double it up. You can cut them too and just have two stacked on top of each other, but then you don't have to do that extra cut if you just fold it. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the other thing, I was telling my friend, tell me if you see it or not. These little guys, when they're, hold on, let me do the white and then I'll show you what I was so excited about. I should just tell you. So these little guys remind me of teeth. So once we cut it out in white, you'll see what I mean. So if you're doing a tooth fairy layout or orthodontics or anything like that, you can use these little banners for teeth, and I'll show you what I mean. I didn't realize that till I cut them out in white, and I'm like, wait a minute, those look like teeth. Okay, see what I mean? Do those not look like little teeth? Okay, maybe it's just me. All right, one more pass through and we'll have all the banners we need. And I think we'll go ahead and stamp those first before we start assembling the rest of it. Let me just make it easier. All right. I think we're done with that machine for today. Okay, make sure we're still centered and good. Alrighty. Grab your stamp set. You flip my page to the next layout. And we'll need the Wildberry ink, the Sundance ink, your black ink, and your stamp set, and your square block. Okay, so on all of these, we are going to stamp the black outline. So you can see that. So they all have a black outline no matter what we do. So let's go ahead and do that first. And it's just this one right here. And we'll get our mat out so they're easy to line up. And I love the options on this stamp set with the banners. You could cut them out with pattern paper like we just did with the dots. You could cut them out in cardstock, which we could have done. I didn't think of that until right now. Or you can just do them white and then stamp them. You have all kinds of options, so it's a really great set. Okay. And this is the Cake Day scrapbooking set if you just joined us. Okay, here we go. Let's just put an outline on all of these. Okay, so the polka dot ones are done. And then we'll do these. They don't have to be perfect. I think that this look for what we're doing today is even better if it's not perfect. So and one more. Okay, so we can clean this one off. Okay. So we are going to stamp this solid one with Wildberry. And then the others we're going to use are, let's see, Wildberry. Okay, so we're going to do Wildberry and the Sundance, and then this yellow and blue we're going to color in with our, and the green, color in with markers. So we need 2 Wildberries. Let me get this straighter on the block. If your stamp set's new, go ahead and season that. You'll want this little pad underneath you to get a nice clean image. And one more. Okay. Going to wipe that off with our stamp chamois. And then we need 2 in the Sundance color. And you can see I'm not lining it up perfectly, and I'm kind of doing that on purpose because I like it not to look perfect. But it does fit in there if you want it to be exact. Okay, so these other ones we're going to use our markers. Okay, so we don't need, let's set those 2 aside. So we need 2 blue and 1 yellow and 1 green. So we're doing 2 blue, 1 yellow, and 1 green. So the blue I colored in with the lightest marker, and then I'm going to go back and outline it with the mid marker. And I'll show you in a minute. It just looks really nice with that outline. You don't have to be perfect as well, because it will kind of just melt together. And add, we haven't used the mid colors yet. Okay, let me show you up close. Can you see how that has a nice little outline on it? So that's the look we want for these two. So let's color this one in. And this is the Aqua blue marker. These are the tri-blend markers. Close to My Heart carries quite a few of these, and I believe there is a bundle. So if you want to get all of them, Close to My Heart loves a bundle. If you're a VIP, you could use the bundle. You can use your half off coupon on the bundle. So there's another benefit for my VIPs. All right, the yellow, this is a citrus blend. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to color it in with a light and then do the outline on it. And with a thin cut, you can stamp and then cut them out if you want to. I prefer to do it this way, cut and then stamp, but you can do it either way. Let me know in the comments which way you prefer to do it. Stamp and then cut, or cut and then stamp. Okay. And our last one is the light green. And we're going to use the light to color in. And then the mid to outline it. All right, so I think we can put those markers off to the side. I think we're done with, well, actually we need the green one, so don't put away the green one yet. Okay, so on the first layout, we're going to use this string. And I laid it on my mat so it would keep its shape. So if you just put it on there, it can go scawampus. But if you want it to keep its shape, you just lay it down and then pick it up with your block. Does that make sense? It kind of remembers what it's supposed to be, what shape it's supposed to be. So, okay. Now we can do the fun stuff. Adding all the fun accents. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pieces again. Here we go. So this base is green apple, which is like my favorite Close to My Heart green. It's just so bright and makes you just happy. So we're going to add this one at about let's see, this one right here is at about 4 inches or 3 3/4. Either way, as long as you do it both the same on both sides, doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm just going to match it up with this one I already have. And then we're going to do the polka dots. Or you totally switch those around and do the gifts and do the polka dots on the bottom, whatever you want to do. And then this was a zip strip. That's that strip across the top of the paper. And now I'm going to add my photo mats. This one's just going to go in the center, and the light side is up. There is a dark side and a light side. I'm not sure if you can tell. So this is the light side, this is the dark side. And I'm putting glue on the dark, and the light is showing. All right, those two. Okay, so now we're going to stamp some of the string for the banner. So what I'm going to do is kind of just put a couple out here so I know how to space it above my photo. And we're going to use black ink. Ink that up and just stamp it right there on the top. And we'll do another one right next door. And then one more on the other side. Okay. Now if you have your other piece of, you know what, let's just do that for now, and then we will get that back out for the second page so we don't get confused. Okay, so now we can start adding our banners. And I started with a Sundance and then a polka dot. You could use liquid glue because obviously I didn't put enough glue on my banners, they started falling off. And then a blue. And then the wild berry. And another polka dot. And then the yellow. I tried to pull in all the different colors that we'd used on all the other projects. And that's what I try to do when I design our craft day projects, is try to use the same colors over and over again so you don't have to have so many supplies to keep the cost down. So you can still create these beautiful pages but not have to have so many things. Okay. All right, so now we have the sticker that says party. It's this black one right here. The P is separate. So I started about a third of the way, well, a little bit over half on that card, or on the photo mat. I'm just going to carefully pull that up because the other ones are connected. And lay that down. And we need the exclamation point right there. Okay, so now we can add a little more accents like we did the other layout with these dots. So we're going to take that same light green and add dots all along this string line. And after you do it, you'll realize I don't know, it kind of just adds a lot to that little area. An accent, and it's just so easy to do. It's kind of like splatters, you know, you just add a couple splatters, which we're going to be doing in just a little bit with our bonus project. Or maybe I won't do splatters, we'll see. I know what we're doing, I just not quite sure which paper collection I'm going to be using yet, so it'll be a surprise for me as well. So I just add a little confetti dots down there, and then we can add some more of these dots along the top of the banner. And add, I try to do 2 different sizes. Sometimes it doesn't always work out exactly because I change things around, but I'll do an orange and a yellow and a green down there. Okay, so that is page number 1. And let's bring in page number 2. Grab those pieces. All right. I did the light side. There we go. So make sure you do whatever color you did on the first one. So it's either the light or the dark. Make sure you do it on the second one. I did the light. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. Okay. Let's go ahead and line up these pieces just like we did on the first side. And I'm just going to line them up right with my other page. So that is about on the 3/4 line for the bottom. Ouch, I just got myself. I didn't know that the runner was a weapon. Watch out, your tape runner will bite you. Okay. And your Celebrate right above that. Okay. And then we're doing the light side of the glacier, so that's the dark side. We're going to put the glue on the dark side. And put that right in the center. You know, I think I'll do the mix-ins for our next project, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so all your photos are going to be 3x3. And you have these 2 that have 2x2s. So you can get placeholders if you want. You can cut just white cardstock down for your placeholders. Close to My Heart has some placeholders, but I think it's just as easy just to cut down your own cardstock. Okay, then we have these little squares. I'm going to add them to the center. And that one to the center. So then your 2x2 will fit right here. So then we're going to do one of those banners right here in the center between your 2 3x3s. And we're also going to stamp, I still have it on my block from our cards, We Heard There Was Cake. So let's do the banners first. Uh-oh. Did I lose a banner? Oh, it's over here. Whew. Okay. Like, if it's on my floor, it is gone. Okay, so let's add our little banners. That's just where I throw all of my garbage. I don't know about you. I do have a little garbage pail, but it doesn't always make it in there. And the last one. And then grab that green marker again. Add some dots just so it matches our other side. Some fun confetti. And now we can stamp I Heard There Was Cake. Or We Heard There Was Cake. Right there. Okay, so now we can add some stickers and some more dots. Now on this page right here, I did take, oh, I'm getting black on my photo mat. I did take the blue marker and did journaling lines. So when you're ready for that, you can add those. I'm not going to add them right now just because I should have cut 3x3s because I don't want to mess that up. So let's go ahead and add this cake. And I'm going to use some 3D foam to pop that up. Or you could just leave that for another photo, that little area that was meant for journaling. Whatever you want to do there. Okay, just going to add this right here. And now we can just add the rest of our dots. So let's see what we have. We can do a couple up here and a green and a yellow. Do our power of threes. And then down here we have a yellow, a blue, and an orange that we're going to put down there. Okay. So there is layout number 2. There you go. That's what it looks like with photos right there. All right, isn't that fun? Those do you love those banners? The banners are so fun. Okay, so make sure you go back and there's a couple posts for prizes, so make sure you check out those. And then also come back in just a few minutes and we'll start our bonus project. See you in a little bit.